Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas. Oh. Let me see. Somebody got to give me a mic check though. Can I get a mic check? Can I get a mic check? 1 2 1 2. I can hear it myself. But I don't need no headphones if I ain't got nobody on with me. Can I get a mic check? Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Say something for me in the chat, please. Let me know you can hear me. Can you hear me? Oh, I see TK. Why my icons ain't lighting up? That's weird. I see a Merry Christmas, but can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, man. I know we got a lag in between StreamYard and UB2B, but let me know if you can hear me. Mm-hmm. I'm on, man. Somebody drop something in the chat for me. Let me know you can hear me. I want to be sitting here talking. Bam. All right, cool. So let me go to share my screen, man. We're gonna get in and out of this pocket real fast. Today's conversation real fast is really just dealing with the cosmic origins of Christ. Usually sometimes every year I may come on, sometimes I may skip a year. Starry skies, what up? But it's just really dealing with the celestial origins. I just want to show you through astronomy, and at the same time that correspond to these days in which we celebrate. And what a coincidence that the celebration literally aligns with a cosmic phenomenon, an alignment, which I think is pretty dope, right? Being an astrologer, I think that's really awesome. It's just real funny that the church is really more pagan than they really know, for real, for real. You don't want going out getting the trees and the gifts and doing all that, which is a phenomenal thing. I think is beautiful that you want to celebrate at different celestial points in space. When the earth is in alignment with something, or when the sun is in front of something, this particular star. And, that's really a beautiful thing at the end of the day. But we all grown and we all know that Easter bunnies don't lay eggs, bunnies don't lay eggs and whatnot. And so, just to even be engulfed inside of Easter and fertility and this new growth and stuff, 100% makes the practitioner a solar, meaning sun, worshiper. Now, it's cool. You can personify it as a man, historical figure, do what you want to do. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But today's conversation is we're going to link that heavenly man to that heavenly sun in the sky, because on one level, that's the sun that it's talking about. Okay. So y'all ready to rock and roll? Everybody, the little band of people in here, click the thumbs up button for me right now to alert people. I don't know when the last time I've been live on this channel. But sorry for those of you who do follow me on here, man. Appreciate you, but I've really been busy, dedicated to my Patreon, which we are doing on our second book in the book club study, which is the summary of Money Master the Game. And so first, what is it, January 7th, the first Sunday of the week, we meet Sundays and Wednesdays. So Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern, Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So twice a week is what we're doing over there, because we own our Money Master the Game right now. All right. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. All right, man. We're gonna go to the good old Bible. We're gonna be like them Hebrew Israelites. Give me Matthew 2. Jesus was born in the town of Bethlehem in Judea during the reign of King Herod. At about the time, some astrologers some astrologers from Eastern lands arrived in Jerusalem. So ain't that how the Hebrew Israelites get down, right? So give me Matthew 2, verse 7. Then Herod sent a private message to the astrologers. To the who? To the astrologers. To the who? To the astrologers. See, ladies and gentlemen, they say wise men, cool, no problem. You got a right to translate what you want to. So if I wasn't being kind of lazy today in a sense, right, I would show you the different interpretations. But damn, do your own homework at some point, right? King James may say wise men. These other people say intelligent men. This Bible over here say smart men. You know what I'm saying? The word that they use here can be identified as wise, astrologer, mystic, right? And so just because, one people said, hey, we're going to stick with this one, and that became the popular consensus, doesn't mean that it isn't a different definition, right? So I showed you right there that there is a translation that literally deals with the wise men being defined as astrologer. Okay. All right. Let me turn my phone notifications on silent. All right. All right. So let's go into the sky. Let's have some fun because this is where it gets fun at. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Boop, 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 boop. Damn. Be sharing. Whoop. Whoa. Hold on. There we go. And let's blow that up. Damn. Let's make it nighttime just a little bit. Ooh, let's get sexy with it. Okay. I want to hide this. All right. And what I'm gonna do is this is like the first day of winter, right? And what I want to do is just get the time to 12 noon even. Okay. All right. Let's get it to about bam right here, 12 noon even. And so what we're looking at is the sun. Yes, the sun in the sky. There's another scripture that says the sun shall rise with healing in its, some say wings, the other says rays, and sun is spelled S-U-N. Okay. Now, if we look at the sun on the first day of winter, okay, we see that the sun appears to be right here. I'm going to try to follow. We're going to look at this blue grid and let's see if we can find a number horizontally right there. Okay. So you see in the right-hand corner or the left-hand corner where it says -20. Yes. It says -20, that number. Yes. Well, if you look at the data information on the top, it says sun, type, magnitude, absolute magnitude, color index, Ra/Dec right there. Go to the far right and it says -23 degrees, 26 minutes. Okay. So that -23 degrees is also where you look on the blue grid where it says -20. Notice the sun sits below the exact point where it says -20. So it's at -23 degrees on this day. This is why 23, shout out to Jordan. Hey, shout out to Juba. Jube's birthday is on the 23rd. 23 is like really a pole number because the earth sits on this axis at 23.5 degrees. How many chromosomes you got from your mom and your daddy? 23. Yes. So 23 is really a serious magnetic number that deals with polarity in this reality. Okay. So anyway, this is the maximum where the sun is right now, December 21st, around this pocket right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse time for a minute, and then I'll go back and we go the regular way. But if we remember, we're going to keep it at 12 noon. Yes. So now let's just move time up a month. Oh, we up a month. So now the sun appears directly at 20. Yes. Go look at the right angle declination. Don't be lazy. Right angle declination, -19 degrees, 53 minutes. Yes. So now a month ago, the sun at the same time, because we're not changing time. The time is going to be 12 noon. We're just going to change the month. And this is about the time that the zodiac signs change anyway. Yes, 21st, 22nd in that pocket. Yes. So only thing we're going to do is change the month. And we're going to notice that the sun has a different, what's called declination. Okay. A different declination at this time. So in December, it was minus 23. In November, it's minus 19, almost 20. Let's go. What are we going? Up or down? I'll say up. Let's go down. Now we're going to October. Where we at? Minus 10. It's a 10-degree variance from there from October to November, right? Minus 10 in October, right? We get to September. Interesting, because this is known as what? The fall equinox. So what's the declination then? 0. Right? You see the sun on the blue 0 line. When you look at right angle declination, 0. So the 0 line is really like what we call the celestial equator. And I'll show you what that looks like in a minute, once we get out of this. All right. So in September, we at the 0 mark. We at even Steven, daylight, nighttime, fall equinox. They're even again. Okay. August. Coming into this, right? Late Leo going into Virgo. Where we at now? Plus 12. Boy, our fixed gate logo is the shit. I should have loaded it up. So we at plus 12 in declination in August, right? All right. 7 coming on into Leo season. Where we at? Plus 20. Yes. Coming in on the first day of Cancer, which is first day of summer, we at plus 23. When we started in December, we was at minus 23. Now, this is interesting because this is the 6th month that the sun reached plus 23, right? This is the highest point, because previous to this, look at this. When we at 521, Gemini season, the sun is only at 20. So it's not until we reach really the last day of Gemini, technically. When we get into the first day of Cancer, the sun appears at its highest peak. Okay. But technically, it's really the last day of Gemini. But that's another conversation. That's for my fixed gators that really be in it. So the sun appears at its highest peak here. So then my question becomes, remember the story? Well, I should have got my Hebrew Israelite game on today. What's the scripture where the angel appeared to Elizabeth and John the Baptist? And then John the Baptist and Elizabeth and Mary, how many months apart were they? So from the birth of John to the birth of Jesus is how many months? 6. 6 months. Because in the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, the sun is at plus 23. Yes. So then when we say, okay, well, let's come on down. See, from the first day of summer, what's really interesting is, and this really messes with the psychology of how you view this reality in a good way. The first day of summer, although it's hot, you're starting to lose daylight. And once you become conscientious of it, you be able to see it like, oh shit, the sun don't rise over there no more. Slowly but surely starting to rise a little bit more to the, let me see. It's starting to rise a little bit more to the right. Okay. After summer. Okay. And so we about to start decreasing in light. Sorry. So as we go up in months, the sun is falling. It's at its lowest point. Give us some earth. Right? So when we on earth, okay, we on earth. Now, hold on. Let me make it dark. Let's make it dark while we on earth so you can see it. Okay? That way you ain't stuck in space. All right. So the sun appears up. So far up, we can't even see it. Zoom out a little bit. Up. And here's the high point. It gets no higher than that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And so then start to come on down. So when we're here, it's like, well, wait a minute. We're at the low point, the winter solstice. Oh, this is Jesus' birthday. So they think the sun appears to sit still for a couple days, but nevertheless, the right angle declination changes every day, slowly but surely. But technically, from this point forward, guess what? From this point forward, hold on, y'all. I got a call coming in. All right. So from this point forward, the sun starts to rise. So from December to June, the sun starts to rise. From June to December, the sun is setting. We get longer daylight and then we start losing light. Okay. So once we're here, right, then we say, okay, well, let me see. So January, we start to rise up a little bit. We back at 20, right? No, why I keep getting this, right? So now February, we're right here at 10. Now here we are at the March spot, the March equinox, spring equinox, right? First day of spring, we at the 0 mark. Yes. Funny because we was there in September, which is 6 months apart. Okay. So the 6-pointed star is very interesting when you start to understand the polarity of this place deals with 6 months being your opposite. Okay. So now if I get rid of the grid and let's see if we can, what's the command for booyah? This right here. That might be it. Let me see. Let's see. Nope, that's the ecliptic. That's the zodiac belt. But you can see the zodiac belt rises, right? So I don't want the zodiac belt. What I want is, there we go. I think this is it. That blue line is the celestial equator. So when we go, 4, there we go. So when we get to the celestial equator, this is like if we walk straight off the earth and just kept straight. This is where this equator thing looks like right here, right? But it's only there on the spring and fall. So in April, we are above that line. Daylight's increasing. Hello. This is now when we start to get into what? Passover. What's passing over what? That always, like, nobody ever thought about that. What's passing over what? Something. What's passing over? Right? What's passing over? Something must be passing over something. So the sun is passing over the celestial equator. So now this gives us our Easter point. See, remember, Easter changes every year based upon something called the Pascal full moon. Yes? So hold on, let me minimize. Right? Let me minimize. So if I open up a window and type in Pascal full moon, booyah. There you go. I ain't lying. The Pascal full moon is the ecclesiastical, ain't that a book in the Bible? Full moon of the northern spring, and is used in the determination of the date of what? Easter. Y'all ain't gonna tell me the Christians ain't on no damn celestial science. They are astrologers, celebrators. That's what they are. Okay. So the full moon changes every year, but it's the first one after the equinox. So now when we come here, we got to say, okay, then when is the spring equinox? Well, the spring equinox on average is around right here, 321, 322. The sun is at 0 degrees. Aries also 0 degrees declination. Okay. Going up. Okay. That's why it's a plus next to that 0. So meaning it's ascending. So now when the first full moon comes after this date or on this date right here, the following Sunday is going to be Easter. Beautiful. Because the sun and the moon can represent conscious mind, subconscious mind, masculine, feminine. Full moon, energies balanced. Okay, the first Sunday, day of the sun, Easter. Beautiful. Ingenious. Actually, so now really, this is the template on how you build your own holiday. Once you understand celestial phenomenon, what you're looking at, then you got a right to create a custom around it, i.e. the Venus bath. Woo! Shout out to Ruby. I seen Ruby in the chat, aka the Venus Code, now known as the Merry Codes. Merry Christmas, Merry Christ, Mass is what the Catholics call it when they come together. Stop playing. It's an energy thing between feminine, masculine, conscious, subconscious, husband, wife, masculine, feminine, on every plane. We can take it upstairs to the celestial plane. We can take it inside of your mind, conscious, subconscious, and then we can personify this as man and woman. Okay. All right. So once we mark this spot right here, again, this starts to get us ready for Easter. Okay. So then from this point forward, we rising, the highest point right there. And then again, you're going to start to see us come down. Fall equinox. We back right there. Now we're going into the underworld is right here. It's when we start to get into the underworld, right? So remember, if this is Libra at 0, after Libra is what? Scorpio. Now we starting to get into the darkness. Yes, because Scorpio really ain't too far from here when you start to get rid of the Earth for a minute and let's light up some constellations. Whoop, whoop. There we go. And then it starts to get very interesting because now when we start getting in that whole Halloween thing, the Earth and the sun is about to get ready to start traveling through this Milky Way rift right here by the Scorpion's tail. Right? So it starts to get very interesting as we start to get inside of this thing. But even this, to a degree, you got to know how to calculate this because it's off-centered by 23 degrees, which is another conversation. It's another conversation for the astronomers. This is an astronomy thing right here. Ain't got nothing to do with astrology. It's an astronomy thing, okay? But as we start to get into this area right here, we're entering what we call the underworld, okay? Which is just simply below the celestial equator. So all this is about, y'all. The rising of the sun. Now, we're about to approach something very, very, very interesting. One, and I'm gonna tell you this. Let me give you some game. How do you know where the Earth is in front of? It's simply whatever is on. I'm gonna show you. Let me put the Earth back here. Whatever is on the zenith, the south, at midnight. Okay, at midnight is what the Earth is in front of. Okay, so if today is 12:25, woo, look what's happening. What's happening? Sirius at midnight is starting to line up with the Earth. The Earth is coming in conjunction with Sirius, right? Because Sirius at midnight is starting to come towards the meridian. Okay. And so this is our new year right up in this pocket. And remember, this changed based off where you're located as well, right? As far as the time go, the precise time. At midnight, it's this right here in Philadelphia is what it looked like, right? And then you got to calculate something that called precessions because these energies move and whatnot. So now we're starting to get, look at this. Philadelphia, the birthplace of the country, right? On January 1, at midnight, soon as New Year click in, bam, Sirius is right there on the meridian because the Earth is in front of Sirius right now during this timeline. Happy New Year. So when these fools tell y'all Happy Jew Year, this is the most unintelligent, disconnected from the cosmos Negro that you need to get away from because he knows nothing about astronomy if he says Happy Jew Year. Nothing about astronomy. And I always say it, and I'll pull it up. If you go to the second degree of Freemasons and you type in the winding staircase, there's 7 liberal arts and science: grammar, rhetoric, logic, arithmetic, geometry, music, astronomy. Astronomy is the highest science that you're supposed to learn as a Mason. This has nothing to do with Jews. Nothing. Okay? So now we about to reach something called, and let's look it up together. You'll see. Hold on. Is the church all right tonight? Y'all all right over there in the chat? Let me see something real fast. 2024 Perillion. Boop. January 2nd. Y'all see it? Let me make sure y'all straight over here. Y'all good over here in the chat? Y'all straight? Y'all straight? Mike P, what up? So January 2nd is the Perillion this year. Well, what is the Perillion? This is when the sun appears, well, the earth appears to be at its closest orbit to the sun. So then that means to the left of, we'll say, January Perillion, to the left of that is the star Sirius, because the earth is in front of Sirius. You know how we can fact check this? Pay attention to the picture where it say July aphelion, where in July, the earth is furthest away from the sun. Yes, July. You see that, right? Okay. All right. So in July, the earth is furthest away. Yes. So now the only thing we should be able to do is go 6 months. There go that 6 again. Come here to July. And now let's see what the sun is in front of. Let's bring it up to 12 noon. Uh-oh, hold on. My touchpad then got stuck a little bit. Hold on. We see on July 1st. Let me bring the time up. You see that? You see how the sun sits directly on top of Sirius? But see, this is a 2D rendering where it looked like Sirius is at the bottom, but Sirius is really behind the sun. So if you look at the sun, look at the right ascension angle for the sun, 6 hours. Go to the, look at the data, y'all. So we'll say type, magnitude, absolute magnitude, color index, Ra. That's what we want to look at. Ra means right angle. How's that for your sun god, Ra? Ra means right angle. The right ascension angle of the sun is at 6 hours and 42 minutes on July 1st. What's the right ascension angle of Sirius? 6 hours and 45 minutes. Okay, so 6:45. Okay, July 2nd, we at 6:45 somewhere. So July 1st, July 2nd, 6 months later, the sun has the same right ascension angle at 12 noon. They're both at the meridian. So 6 months later or prior, however we want to look at it, the January time, it's at the meridian at midnight. So this is how you know, again, where the earth is at. It's whatever is on the south sky at midnight. Yes? All right. Boy, this gets funky, man. Y'all better leave the United States alone. United States is the coldest. The coldest. Absolutely the coldest. So let me give you an example of something, right? Let's say, what's a very favorable time for something? Let's say Spica. This is October. So October the 17th. Shout out to Gucci Mane 1017. Right up in that pocket. Boy, look at that astronomer notice on the top of his head. The sun and Spica are together. Yes. Spica is known to be a star that deals with riches. Yes. Right. So every October, could be a time, and look at the picture. It's a woman, Virgo, and let's just say she's bringing in the harvest because it's October. So this may be a time where we say, okay, women, put on your shit, bring in the money, bring in the harvest, go bring the food in, go bring the money bag in, because at this particular time the sun is shining light upon a feminine constellation that has everything to do with harvest, eating, abundance. When you go look at the influence of what that star mean, I'm telling you, it means riches, right? So this is how you can start to create your own festivals. Listen, the Chinese festival, every culture got its own festivals. The Egyptian, the rising of the Nile at a certain time of the year, usually after the Aquarian full moon in Leo season, the Nile starts to flood. Yes. So Sirius becomes visible again because there's a certain time where Sirius becomes invisible. Yes. So if we go back and we say, hold on, let's go back to July, right? Go back to July when Sun and Sirius is on top of each other. We on Earth can't see Sirius because on Earth, on Earth, when the sun rises in the morning, yes, when the sun rises in the morning, Sirius is not up. And when Sirius comes up, it's too late. The light of the sun won't allow us to see anything else. So now there's a period of time where Sirius will be invisible. And then there's a period of time when it becomes back visible, right? And so what's happening is I'm going to leave the time alone, but I'll change the date. In August, you'll see the sun. And let me now Sirius is coming up, right? And then you'll see the sun going further to the right, right? Now look at Sirius coming up, right? And let me just change the time a little bit so you can get an idea. Oh, there goes Sirius at 6 o'clock in the morning, but it's September now, right? So if I back this month up, right? See the sun? You see the sun, right? You won't be able to see it. Sirius ain't even up yet. So the Earth's journey around the sun has to get at a certain angle to be able to see Sirius coming up in the morning. Okay, this is 5. Well, this is so damn confusing when they do that. All right, so Sirius coming up in the morning, August, September, really late August. Okay, so then we say, oh shit, the dog star is back. Hallelujah. Let's celebrate. The Nile River is flooding because now we can see the dog star has risen. So there's a period of time when she goes invisible. It really starts in May. Yes, because if we back this up, to May something, and let me just I'm gonna bring the energies up. All right. Now you see the sun is starting to get in front of Sirius. It's like, oh, hold on. The sun is starting to block out the light. It's going there. You see what I'm saying? And so there's a period of time where we can't see it. So my point is, only thing we got to understand is this, y'all. Let me get out of this because I'm finished with that. So only thing we got to understand. Hold on. Let me. Hey, get me out of here. All right. Hold on. All right. So the only thing we have to do is really understand what energies are we looking to employ in our life? Is it abundance? Is it marriage? Is it health? Is it whatever it may be, right? Because once you now the only thing you got to do is locate what that particular star is to correspond to this principle. This earthly principle has a heavenly principle. And then when the sun or maybe moon or maybe whatever gets in front of it, that's your festival time. That's it. This ain't rocket science. It's like, oh, okay, that's what y'all did? Really? Okay, cool. All right. All right, man. Any questions? What's up, yo majesty? Or what is it, your magic key? What's going on? Wealthy life. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's happening? All right. So that's the origins of it, man. It's all about a grandiose respect to the place that we live in. I mean, without the sun in the sky, we die. Like that. That's pretty. That's pretty awesome. You know. So do you conduct readings? Um. Sometimes it depends. It depends. You can email me, shoot me an email over at nobleandpoo@gmail, and we can talk about it. Because sometimes I don't. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just a confirmation a person is looking for. It's no need for a reading per se. But I usually send people through a quick little preliminary, like what's the reason. So shoot me an email, nobleandpoo@gmail. Um Skills, what up, man? What you up there doing, man? Hey, Skills is you a Hollywood bourgeois boy. Hey, Skills be with all kind of celebrities in the world getting this art game on. Take me with you, Skills. What's up, Tanya Jeffers? What's up? What's happening? Yeah, just shoot me an email. It's all good. It's all good. So, hey man, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Oh man. Appreciate it, Wealthy Life. Appreciate it. And see, now this is the thing. It, it seems like what happens is we live in the West, so we go through Western traditions and Christianity, and then we wake up and then we go to some form of Black empowerment, peace to the God, knowledge of self, and then we shun and look at the Christians like y'all some freaking fools, y'all crazy, y'all don't even know the truth. But then the Black Power thing don't know the truth, and then you get to a point where you just learn the truth, and then you're like, oh wait a minute, so it's actually, oh shit, I actually can actually go in there and participate because I'm actually in alignment with something. Cool. Here's the kicker. Belief don't care. What does it matter if it's the sun in the sky versus a mythological figure? What's the difference? I got you on calendar, so I got you in alignment with the Christ in the sky. So what does it matter that I got you in alignment with a physical person? Are you not still manifesting miracles? Now I say this. I keep telling y'all. You see, this is how I know. When it comes to miraculous healings on the physical record of healing, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Y'all gonna have to leave the Catholic Church and Saint Charbel alone. Listen, they have over 3,000 medical records. And in order to even be considered, you can't even email them. You have to physically bring the records into Lebanon. We talking Beirut, okay? You have to bring them there for the monastery abbot to look, and you have to have a hospital record that says you had this, and the hospital record says we didn't get rid of this. It's gone, and then you got to bring that over to the monastery. Saint Charbel is like, listen, phenomenal, like crazy. The healings that take place with this dude on making this prayer and using Saint Charbel as an intercessory. But these dudes believe in Christ, or they believe in Mary. They don't know nothing about the astronomy. The laymen don't. The ones that send mass, the one that's sitting in the pews, they don't know nothing about this. Do they need to know to get the result? Or is it the belief of a higher power, period? And it's the belief, man. It's a placebo. I can tell you whatever it is. I can tell you it's Jesus that's doing it, and I know it's the sun in the sky that's doing it. I can tell you whatever, right? So the belief is all that matters, and belief don't matter, right? Meaning it don't matter if we give you two different systems. All right. So then when you get to that understanding, it's kind of like Ecclesiastics in the Bible. I swear I can understand that so well. It's like shit. For all the understanding I didn't got, I didn't learn. I don't know shit. It's all worthless. And not that it don't mean anything, but worthless in the point, like, well, damn, I done been to this school, this school, this school, this school. And it all boils right back down to it just is. Right? So that becomes a state. Okay. So anyway, it's levels to it for sure. And this beautiful thing of creation is it's a circle. In the circle, um, there's no beginning and there's no end. You can start where you want to start. That's fine. You can start your new year in January. The Chinese say, we're gonna start when the Aquarius new moon come in late January and February, somewhere in that pocket. We're gonna be the Chinese New Year. And then Canada gonna be like, oh shit, Canada New Year starts in July. July 1st is their new year, 6 months opposite ours. And then Rosh Hashanah kick in, usually new moon in Virgo. And then the Islamic New Year follow 1 month later, new moon in Libra. You can start where you want to start. You have a right to start where you want to start. The Egyptian New Year could be here. They had a civil New Year, and then they had a festival New Year in a sense as well. Right? Start where you want to start. Okay. Right. So I remember Nimrod, y'all worshiping Nimrod and these pagans, and you're bringing that tree in the house, bro. I got 3 of those trees in my backyard. Those evergreen trees. Listen, while all these trees that I'm looking at right now, they can't withstand when that light starts to decline, them leaves fall down. Not that evergreen. People like, I don't care. I'm immortal. So they was like, oh, that's a symbol of immortality. Homeboy ain't affected by the light like everybody else. So as the light is at its lowest point, let me go bring this tree, this earth element inside of my house that represents immortality through the seasons, put some lights around it, which Jesus is the light of the world and the light in the sun, sun in the sky. And then let me bring you some gifts because I love you at this particular time because the sun is about to start rising. That's a pretty dope ass concept. Versus you telling me it was Nimrod. You nincompoop, right? All right. Can you speak briefly on the winter solstice? Right. So the winter solstice, we talked about the sun appears at the lowest point, and now we're about to start increasing in light. Okay. We're about to start increasing in the light. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see if I can find it real fast for y'all. What would that be under? Is it under pictures? No. It's on my desktop. All right, so we don't need that. That's intro to the fixed gate. That's intro fixed gate. Where I got that at? Do I got it in this right here? Maybe I'll show y'all the Bagua, but that's irrelevant. All right, hold on. Let me see something. I can show y'all this. Can I show y'all this? Yeah, it's cool. I'll show y'all this. Hold on. So let me share my screen real fast. All right. All right. So this is our fixed gate stuff. This is over these PDFs are like it's over 20 something PDFs that we build on. One of my favorites is delusional karmic belief disorder. They get mad at me when I fuck with that one. It's a lot of stuff I got in here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff. Double standard or genetic annihilation. God as a neutron. The black and white hyperbole is a great one. Here go energy practices that we do. But my point is, I ain't gonna show you my bagua. My bagua is super dope. Where is the logo at? Oh, here it is. I'm clicked on it. All right. Bingo. All right. So this is the logo. At the bottom, that white sun, that's where we at right now. Because we're about to increase in light, although we're in a period of darkness until when? The equinox. March equinox is to the left on our logo. Okay. And then when we reach the top, we saw that, oh, light is about to decrease. And that's why we got the black sun at the top, just simply symbolic for the feminine as far as a decrease in light, plus and minus. Ain't got nothing to do with attitudes and none of that shit. It's just dealing with declination, as we saw earlier when you was, if you caught the law of earlier. A positive declination increasing in light and a negative declination decreasing in light. Right? Okay. And so, yeah, so the winter solstice is at the bottom. And to us, this really represents the new year because light is increasing. The new year ain't really this right here. You know, the equinox, day and night evens. It's still kind of cold, March 21st, 22nd. 40 days after, when you start getting the whole Passover, you start to see results. And again, you do spring, you know, flowers is blooming, and that's fine. That's what I'm saying. You can mark your new year based off of whatever you observe. Whatever you observe. It's totally up to you. All right. And so man, we got some stuff, man. We got some stuff up in here. The Butterfly Palace and the sound bridge to transformation, dealing with understanding the throat. One of my favorite topics, sexual disease, dissonance, origin theory. Talking about when two energies don't mix. Think about that. Person B got it from person A, but person A, where did he get it from? And A is the origin. Holla at me. Person C got it from B, B got it from A. Where the fuck did A get it from if A never been with nobody? Hello. We gotta start thinking, right? So anyway, got some stuff in here. Medusa, shout out to TK because he inspired this one. Medusa and the golden penis. When you understand that constellation, that's a constellation, and there's something going on with that constellation, right? So anyway, that's if you were to come into the Patreon, but you gotta. The only way to get these papers is you gotta undergo Tai Chi. So I give you some intro papers, probably like 7 of them, but it's like over 20 something. You know what I'm saying? And the only way you get access to them is you gotta go through the discipline of Tai Chi. It's absolutely necessary. Why? Because it's all about energy. Okay. All right. So they said, do we teach energy practice in the Patreon? So in the front of the Patreon, is every month you're supposed to be doing a certain pose, dealing with the light of the sun and focusing on a part of the body with a smile and an inner smile on the part of the body, a Taoist technique known as the inner smile and inner alchemy. That shifts every month for a reason because the energy shift in the sky. So every month, every day, you should be doing that. Now, those of us inside of the fixed gate that say, yo, I'm in, I do Tai Chi, we go a little bit further and then we got stuff that we do. So we model ourselves after Southern and Western Taoism. And within that, we definitely Wu-Dang. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to mess with. So we Wu-Dang. And so there's certain Qigong, Tai Chi techniques that we do. And then there's fixed gate techniques that we do. That's I got one that had you sweating just by standing still and balancing. You know what I mean? But it's an inner strength thing. And that one ain't even Tai Chi. It's technically Nigong and whatnot. So to answer your question, yes, we got a little secret society within the Patreon. But again, the only way you can get it is you have to go through a local Tai Chi class that I send you because I want to keep it in the philosophy of what we're dealing with. And so if anybody know me, my energy is when it's cold out, when we get into the feminine mode, that's when I really get into business mode real heavy. Then when the seasons shift in the spring and summer, I lighten up on business a little bit and I get a little bit more in my spiritual practices and whatnot. So that's like the spring and summer, it's going to be super dope as far as the energetic practices goes. So, all right, we good? We straight? Yep, Mantak Chia. Inner smile. I just took that and then incorporated with the celestial phenomenon of what's taking place. You know what I mean? That energy moves, it don't sit still. You know what I mean? So, all right. All right, man. Well, happy Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Do something on the second. Wake up on the second when the sun is closest, the earth is closest to the sun. That's really the new year. Whatever you do for yourself, you know what I mean? You want to do for yourself, make sure that intention is clear. Those of you in the Patreon, especially the ones of you that went through understanding this spiritual void or the unlimited substance, you really got to get busy because this is the closest that we can be to source all year right here, as far as one of the sources. And so this is a great portal. It's January the 2nd is the portal for this year. Okay. So really tune in. All right. All right. Merry Christmas. Yeah. I'll see y'all later.